Hey everybody, what's up? You're watching the Sit Down. I'm DJ Sixsmith. Kellen Mond is here with us. He's going to be a quarterback in the NFL, Texas A&M great. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up? How are you doing? I appreciate you for having me.
Of course, man. This is a big week for you, and life is going to change in a big way. So, first and foremost, how are you feeling about everything this week?
For me, it's been amazing, and I think just the whole entire process has just really been a blessing, and me just being able to have the opportunity to go in the draft is pretty much a dream come true. So doesn't really matter, what day, what pick. It's truly something that I've worked for my whole entire life, and just me being able to go through this process and have this opportunity is a blessing.
It's amazing when you can achieve a dream, right? And then you have your family and your friends that are involved too. So, how's the family handling it? How excited are they right now with everything that's to come?
They're excited. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people a little bit more anxious than others. Obviously, I think they're going to be a little bit more anxious on draft night than right now. But at this point, everyone's just kind of preparing for the whole entire draft night, and going to have family and friends over. So it's going to be a fun night for everybody.
So you have this really interesting family story with, several family members who have served in the military, 100 years of experience. I know you're working with the folks at USAA. How did all of that shape you and helping you become the man you are today?
USAA has, truly been amazing. And I think just being able to partner with them and just really shed a light on, all the military members, in this whole entire world, but also shed light on, all of my family members who have been a part of the military and, over so many different members and, over 100 years of experience and service. So, I've pretty much everything I've learned from my father and just, different aunts and uncles are certain things that I carry with me on, pretty much a daily day basis. And certain things probably whenever I was young, I didn't really understand the true value of it. And so, looking back at it now, just really just understanding, what, certain accountability means and discipline and certain things that I carry with me every day, not just on the field, but off the field, has truly made me and shaped me to the, football player and the man who I am today.
I saw the video you did too, and you were talking about making your bed as a kid and your dad making sure that you're getting
Yeah.
it all in there. How did that translate in terms of football? What were some of those little things that you focused on that maybe some other guys didn't necessarily focus on?
I think, and speaking about, him wanting me to, make my bed and making sure it's perfect, and there's a certain way that he always wanted it done, and it's one thing to kind of lay the cover over, just to get by, but also, to you want to make sure everything is perfect. So, looking back at it now, and now that I'm on the field and at a pretty high level and going through practice with certain guys, I started to realize everything that I needed and wanted by whether it's receivers or running backs, had to be perfect and super detailed. And if we wanted to just get through practice and forget about certain things, we would just just throw the cover on and just move on with it. But me, I wanted everything to be very structured and pretty much if we were going to be out there. Wanted to do everything to the best of our ability and be very detailed in everything that we did. And you look at some of the best teams in the country and, why we're able to reach a very high level and finish number 4 in the country. That was because we were able to be very detailed in everything that we did.
I mean, you had a remarkable career. I mean, you've been a Texas guy growing up there. You play at Texas A&M. You have these unbelievable numbers: over 9,000 yards passing, 1,500 yards rushing. What are you most proud of when you think about just your collective football history, and especially doing it in the Lone Star State?
hmm Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I'd probably say just being able to overcome and battle adversity, and I think that was something that I had to fight and battle throughout even middle school and high school, and so I feel like some of those experiences throughout my younger years were able to shape me and just really kind of shed a light on my experience throughout college, and so obviously my career and nobody's career is ever perfect and um, but I was able to grow a lot from it and just really just being able to be self-critical of myself and grow for myself throughout quarantine and I was able to put together a phenomenal year, one for myself, but also for everybody around me that was on my team.
So you've had to deal with this whole draft process. You have people breaking down every part of your game, every part of who you are. I mean, what's been the craziest part of this whole experience? Because one thing to watch it from the outside, but it's another thing when it's actually you that people are talking about all the time.
Yeah, it definitely is crazy, and starting from whenever I announced that I was going to enter the draft, And then, pretty much a week later, I was already out in Miami training for, combine, pro days and even the Senior Bowl. And so I think it's just really just been an amazing experience, and just being able to even speak to so many different teams and really just being able to talk football is it seems like everything that I ever wanted. So, I always tell a lot of people, I would rather be, meeting with NFL teams, evaluating my own film, good and bad, and just learning and talking ball than writing a bunch of papers in school. So that's just kind of the way I put it. And even though my head I've been very hectic, and just everything has been super busy, I wouldn't want it any other way.
So I think you're coming into the league at a really interesting time, right? The quarterback position has blown up with Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. Who are some of the guys that you look at and you're like, man, I'm really admiring what this person's doing? Who are some of the guys for you?
I think number one is Tom Brady. Obviously, just him being a phenomenal player and proving that what type of leader he is, and being able to succeed on different teams has truly shown what type of player he is. I think some of the other guys that I've been able to watch is Deshaun Watson and Drew Brees. Those have probably been the top three guys that I've probably watched and tried to, I guess, emulate or steal certain things from their game, and kind of implement it into mine. And partially why I'm able to, be able to be self-critical and also learn from so many other guys. And as I implement those certain things into my game, I definitely see my game able to rise to different heights. And so I definitely have been able to learn from so many different greats.
Kellen, when you think about what's to come in the next few days, whether it's round one or day two, what's most important to you about a situation? Because there's so many different factors we don't talk about, right? The
Mhm.
quarterbacks you'll learn from, the coaches, the city. What are some of the things that you're starting to think about outside of just getting selected? Because that's going to happen for you in the next couple of
Mhm.
days.
Yeah, and so with me, and it's kind of hard to tell. And obviously, like you said, no, we never know what day you're going to go, whether it's one or two. I think it's one, just a celebration of me being able to have the opportunity to go in the draft. That's definitely number one. But I think just me, obviously, there's some certain teams need quarterbacks, they say, or some certain teams have veterans. But me being able to, if I was able to or had the opportunity to play, my rookie year. I think I would definitely be prepared, just because of all the experience that I have in college, playing 47 games, and also certain things that I've been able to learn over that amount of time. But also me just being a complete football head, and just a absorber of knowledge and wanting to learn. I think just me also being able to go in and learn behind a veteran or just another quarterback who has obviously more knowledge than me would be an amazing opportunity too. So I think I've been able to, am fortunate enough to have the opportunity and learn from different people. So I feel like I can execute it whether I'm playing or whether I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, your story is a great reminder that experience is actually important to play over 40 games, right? Some of these
Yeah.
guys have played like 12 or 15 games. It's nice you have all those snaps under your belt, right?
I mean it is, and I think that's some things that a lot of these NFL teams and people have been able to talk about. It's just my experience, and it's also what you do with your experience and show that you've been able to be self-aware and grow each and every year, and that's something that I've been able to do each and every year. And so I think a lot of teams have been able to kind of make parallels and assumptions that if I could do it in college and be self-aware and self-critical, then I could do the same thing in the NFL.
Well, Kellen, really looking forward to your next chapter. Congrats on everything, man. And we'll talk to you down the road, all right?
So I appreciate you for having me.